Hello everyone and welcome to Team Chat. I'm here joined by Swaggy and FlipShine who are already laughing. I told them to be quiet and they totally couldn't do it. They totally couldn't do it. Say hi guys.
Hello, hello.
What is going on, guys?
Yeah, and we actually were planning on getting Dolce on as well, but he was being he was being a quitter.
Yeah, and
because it's 2 a.m.
so
right now, and he thought. And Carbonite
So
also was a quitter as well. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, thank you guys for joining this episode.
Yeah,
I
no
appreciate
problem.
it so much.
I always wanted to be on Team Chat, so.
Yeah, it's cool to have you on, man.
Yeah, fuck Jay
Maybe you
Leno,
should
fuck
introduce
all of
yourself.
this.
Tell a little.
Whoa. Okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Oh yeah, Swaggy's like that. You've watched Team Chat. You should know by now.
I'm well aware.
You're well aware. Very good. Well, please tell the audience a little bit about yourself, because maybe some people don't know you. Maybe.
Oh wait, I have. Oh, okay. So Swaggy doesn't have to do that, but I have to do it. Oh, I guess he's been on Team Chat before. So
he's been on Team Chat, and you know he made the ifart.yolo video, so he's going viral right now.
I haven't seen that one yet. So.
Oh man, you really should. You really should.
Okay, maybe it's part of the
It's a
end,
work
the end
of
of this.
art,
I'll
man.
go ahead and look at. Okay.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, well, I'll do a little intro, I guess. My name is FlipShine. If you don't know me, most of the people who know me on YouTube know me for my storytime videos. I've had 2 of them featured on Pixel Enemy, and that's kind of where the majority of everybody has seen me. I do have my own channel. It's not just on Pixel Enemy, so that's about it, I guess. I don't know. I do Battlefield storytime videos is my primary thing, but I've had a few people ask me to do some other games, so I may have some interesting things coming up in the near future.
Oh, I'm excited now.
You should be excited.
Yeah, you're dropping the spoiler hammer already.
No,
this early.
No, see that's the thing. I'm not gonna say anything else to that. I'll keep it simple and just say maybe, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, because especially to your channel, ever since your first Storytime episode it was the one about Second Assault, right? That's the one that got featured?
That was the first one that got featured, yeah. It was a Second Assault video that got featured on Pixel Enemy.
And ever since that one basically got on Pixel Enemy, your channel just went out there. It skyrocketed.
Yeah, beforehand it was at like 94 subscribers, I think, because I actually kept track of how many it was at, and I think I just checked it. I think right before we started talking, it was like 673, and that's in a matter of like 2 weeks. You know,
2 weeks,
less
yeah.
than 2 weeks. You know,
That's not bad.
So.
Yeah, and in my opinion, totally deserved, because the episodes are just amazing. The Storytime episodes.
Nope, not necessarily.
I enjoy them so much, and I think Pixel is an audience who can be really critical, and well, you totally knocked those people out of the park. So yeah.
Well, so far from what I've seen, it's actually been really kind of cool. I don't feel like I deserve it all, but it's been really cool to see the positive feedback that I've gotten, not just on those videos, but also people have come to my channel and watched some of my other videos, because I still do other things. The storytime videos take the most amount of time to work on than all the videos that I put up on my channel, and so I only have, I think, 9 storytime videos right now. But yeah, anyway.
Okay, yeah, but that's pretty much what people will know you for. At this point, that's what the majority of people know me for, and maybe you've seen one of my storytime videos if you're a subscriber of Mind. Maybe you've seen. I'm sorry, I should say Minder, right? It's totally fine, whatever you want to call me. Well, nothing offensive,
Rolf.
preferably.
You can call him Rolf.
Rolf is my real name. Yes.
I was trying to think of something really funny to say, but now I'm drawing a blank, so I'll just leave it. I'll just not say anything.
Okay, that's totally fine. Yeah, but yeah, Pixel Enemy does that. I think Pixel Enemy is a really good way to get your stuff out there, and it worked out perfectly for you. For some people, it doesn't work out that well because it's such a harsh audience.
Yep.
But mostly because I think people love it so much is because it is so original and well performed in its own that people instantly grabbed onto that. That's my opinion. That's what appealed to me. That's what appealed to me when you messaged me the first time on YouTube saying, hey, you know, want to make videos together, and then I checked out your channel. I was like, holy shit. It's awesome.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. I really do. And I've said it many times before. You know, I've actually, it's been a real pleasure knowing you, Mind. And for those of you that don't know the history between me and Mind, I did send him a message. I was looking around trying to find another YouTuber who could I could help benefit through playing games with them, and hopefully they could benefit me as well through playing games. And so I actually messaged Mine, and then I ended up finding out that he plays on PC, which made it kind of sucky. But
I switched to PC at that point.
Hey, but you know what? You were nice enough to play on Xbox with me. So we have one video together. We have a trash talking video for Trials Evolution.
Yeah.
And the hope is that maybe you'll come back to Xbox one day and we'll play some more Trials.
Yes, I'm definitely up for that. Though I am going to record my audio with the microphone I'm using now, because in your video it's my in-game.
Yeah, it was kind of my
shitty Turtle Beach.
I had to kind of play around with it, but it still didn't come out the way that I wanted it to be. But oh well.
We're gonna do it properly sometime. Actually, when you asked me to join, I specifically bought a month worth of Xbox Live just to play like 5 games, and then
and then that month ended, and you probably touched your Xbox like twice during that whole month, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh no, I watched some Netflix on my Xbox. That's what I did.
You can't do that through the silver subscription. You have to have
gold. No. You need a gold subscription for that. But then
I didn't know. I've had gold for like 5 or 6 years straight, so I don't even know like what you need anymore to run programs. So.
Does it go through your credit card, like automatically? It keeps
renewing? No. I ever since the PlayStation scandal that happened. No, seriously, like Xbox does not have my credit card. I will go and buy an actual I'll go and buy a card.
Yeah.
I'll buy a card from like a game store or something like that, or from like Amazon or something, and get like a code. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and then I remembered that I also had my PS3 that my brother loaned to me, basically.
You still have that?
You don't need. I still have that. Yeah, with GTA 5 as well.
Yeah, we need to play some more. Good.
Yeah, we should. We really should. I actually have been thinking about this, but
it is a date.
You guys will make a cute couple.
A GTA 4, GTA 5, actually, yeah. I think the last time I've been on was right after the guys from Rockstar gave everyone the money for the compensation, basically, for them.
Yeah, I haven't been online for. I mean, I bought a new TV, so I have been playing for a bit now. But I don't think I got the money. I didn't log in.
You didn't get the money? Yeah, I think you needed to be on it in the month October.
Yeah, I wasn't online there.
Yeah, that's just weird. By the way, FlipShine, have you played GTA 5?
I have not.
Why not?
Because I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get it.
You're not into GTA?
I've only played one GTA, and it was like the original one on like the Sega Dreamcast, I think it was, and it was because I was at a friend's house. This is years ago.
They have changed a bit.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen all this stuff. Honestly, let's see. When it came to video games, I stopped playing video games for a while, and I didn't start picking things back up into college. And then once I did, I got an Xbox, and I got a copy of Black Ops, and that was basically all I played. I mean, like 24/7 until I got into Battlefield, and then I kind of made the switch over.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the same point where I was so in love with Call of Duty over Battlefield, and then I basically started playing Bad Company 2, and that shifted for me a lot. I used to play Battlefield 2142 on the PC as well, but that was not necessarily.
Still haven't played that one yet.
Oh, it's so good. I think it's.
I'm hoping they're gonna make a 2143. That was what I was hoping would be the next release, and then they announced Battlefield 4. Which, don't get me wrong, I like Battlefield 4 even through all the wonderful glitches and. all the wonderful things that are going on with that right now, but I'm still hoping they're going to make a 2143 soon. At least I hope that's the next release. I'd prefer that.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe a Bad Company would be better.
I mean,
probably, but the next release is going to be the Police Battlefield, right?
Well, that's a rumor, but
I thought that was like a DLC. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it recently.
DLC. Ooh.
I mean, what would be the difference between Battlefield 5 and Bad Company 3? I mean. They could make any game and call it whatever they want. It would still be the same.
Yeah, it's
probably the setting.
Yeah.
put it in a different time period. Like Battlefield 5 will be like now modern future.
Yeah, what was
moving
Bad
towards the
Company
future.
2? I mean, Bad Company 2 was modern as well.
Oh, I
isn't it?
guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had the Vietnam pack that was like specifically just for. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not.
It would be kind of cool to see that though, like a because I was talking about Titanfall as well with Dolce and how it's run on the Source engine, which really shows that it's really it's really stable because of it. But if the game doesn't really look that good for something that is really for next gen, and I'm kind of sad about that. If they would have made Titanfall on the Frostbite engine, man, that game. That game would have been really interesting.
Yeah,
it probably still is.
They
it
wouldn't
still
use
is,
the Frostbite engine.
I use it now. Yeah, the problem is with Battlefield.
I'm saying you knew there was no way that they were going to use the Frostbite system for like that's a DICE exclusive, pretty much. Well, okay, I take it back. No, I guess the what was it? The Medal of Honor game used it. Was it Medal of Honor?
and Plants vs Zombies uses it.
Rivals.
Need for Speed Rivals uses it. Yeah, it's all about. It's all
right,
EA now.
Don't ask me for any verification. I don't keep up with any of this stuff.
Oh, and Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh,
that's supposed to be
that one. But that is a DICE game. I'm excited about that.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's been a while since we've had a Star Wars game, a good Star Wars game, I should say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on,
Unless
the
you want to,
Lego Star Wars.
Okay, I'm sorry. Lego Star Wars.
Yeah,
was fun.
Lego Star Wars is amazing.
And you know what? I don't care who you are. If you don't like Lego Star Wars, then I don't think we can be friends.
Then there's something wrong with you.
There's probably something wrong with you.
Probably. Yeah, but no, totally. I think the Frostbite engine is good, but because the Frostbite engine is so advanced on a huge map like they have in Battlefield, the amount of information that they're sending through is just, fucking up the netcode and the tick rate and... Yeah, that's why it kind of gets a bad rap, and of course EA is behind it as well, which is a bad thing in the gaming industries now. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully, Star Wars Battlefront is not gonna be something of a catastrophe as Battlefield 4 has been at launch, and still kind of is.
It's published by EA, isn't it? So we might as well expect some shit to go down.
True, but if you look at, let's say, Titanfall right now, the beta was received very well. Very well.
I didn't
and
play
everything
the beta
works.
on purpose because it looked really boring. I didn't want to. I don't know. It was like.
I played it for like the last 2 days. Everyone was all excited, like, oh, the beta, and I'm like, I don't care. And then I saw that it was, I guess, free for the Xbox One, so I was like, all right, fine, I'll give it a shot. I was like, I've played Battlefield enough. I was like, I guess I'll try another game. Yeah. So I do plan on buying it, but I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of tired of EA taking control over every single big release that's supposed to come out. I think it would be cool to see some other publishing companies come in.
Definitely, yeah. I totally agree. I would rather see something from the guys from the Crytek.
Yeah,
well,
that would be interesting.
Didn't they have a game announced a couple of weeks ago or a month ago? I don't know. What was that? I think there was something.
I don't know, man.
There definitely was some new game with the CryEngine, but I can't remember what that was.
Because Crysis was such a solid game series. It's too bad it takes a beast PC to properly run it. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have bought it straight away. Because I think it's actually on sale now. I think you can get all 3 Crysis games for like €40 on Origin at the moment, which is a really good price. But again, it's just that it requires such a good PC to properly run it, and playing Crysis on low settings is not exactly ideal.
No.
So yeah, that's my issue that I have right now. But
I tried running Crysis on my old dual-core PC. That was fun. I got like 6 frames out of that.
That was fun. Oh, I was watching a PowerPoint presentation. That was amazing. No, I know exactly what you mean, but who knows? Maybe, perhaps Titanfall is going to be a success. It showed really promising.
I think it will be a success. It's just going to be a matter of how they balance everything out. Because honestly, when I played it at first, I really liked it and really got into it. But after like maybe like a day of playing it, I was like, wow, this is just like Call of Duty. You know, and that's honestly where they're going to have to find some way to separate it. Is that I felt like I was playing just a super advanced Call of Duty, and that was it. You know, if you want to be successful, if you want to grab the attention of the gamers, you have to be cool, but you still have to be original. You know, and that was the only reason I switched over to Battlefield, is that it is different. You know,
it is on its own, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, with the exception of maybe Medal of Honor slightly, but not as much. I do agree with you. I do totally agree with you that it resembles a lot of Call of Duty, especially the gunplay, in my opinion. It's too simple, and then they release, or basically all the new guns get leaked, like, oh, this gun and this gun and this gun, and I'm just thinking to myself, wow, that's going to make a huge difference because gun mechanics are so advanced. Not. So, yeah, I don't know. But perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps they're going to show us, like, yeah, okay, we're going to have the guns be way less OP. You're going to have to put a lot more effort into killing enemies. And perhaps then it becomes something really perhaps with esports, who knows?
I mean, Titanfall.
Yeah. Do I dare say that? Because it has potential with the Titans.
Yeah, but see, I mean, the thing with
don't even tell me about the Titans. I don't even like the Titans.
FlipShine clearly doesn't like a Titanfall, by the way.
No, whoa,
no.
Hang on a second.
No.
I like Titanfall, but I want to see what if they can make, because I thought, okay, so map size is like a huge deal for me. I cannot stand how small Call of Duty maps are, and that's one of the reasons I like Battlefield a lot more.
Yeah.
But then again, some Battlefield maps I feel like are too large. I felt like the Titanfall, the way they had it designed, was perfect. Now take the Titans out, take the grunts out, and replace them with actual players, or pilots, if you want to call them, whatever.
I agree.
Make it 12 on 12. I think that could be really fun with the addition of like the parkouring, with running on the side of walls and jumping up. Exactly. You know, like you throw that in there, I think that could be a really entertaining game.
Definitely. Yeah. The first thing that came to mind when I was playing it was, okay, the bots are fun, I guess. And, you know, it's really satisfying to drop a bot with a smart pistol, like a room full of bots. You're like, and all of them drop. It's like, oh yeah, oh that was so good. But when you actually,
it was so awesome. It auto aimed, and I didn't have to do anything.
I didn't have to do anything. I know, right?
But I'm gonna be a pro.
But it definitely needed a pilot-only game mode. Because
for sure.
without bots to make it a little bit more competitive.
Yeah,
because some people don't like the Titans.
Is not an option with the bots, and so much stuff that can go differently every single round. That's not competitive.
I will say this though, mind you did say one thing about the bots that I think is like I never thought about it that way, and I thought it was a great interpretation of it. The one thing that the bots do add, it adds one more distraction for you, so you can't focus on the other pilots.
Yeah, that's the thing. People can slip away pretty easily. You don't necessarily shoot at anything that moves, because not everything is the same value of target. You really have to find the targets in between. Prioritize, exactly. And I think that's the cool thing about Titanfall right now, that the bots are actually adding to the game. But at a certain point, they're going to have to get rid of the bots in one of the game modes. And in order for them to do that, they probably won't skip with the Titans in the game mode, because it is Titanfall, and then we want to keep the Titans. But if the community asks for it and DLC comes out, I think at a certain point they might. Hopefully they
will.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, I actually want to come back to GTA 5. Because Swaggy totally sent me a message saying, let's talk about GTA 5 on PC. And the only reason why Swaggy wants to talk about that is because he wants to play the mods, don't you?
No, not only that, but I just love GTA 5 complete. I mean, it's GTA 4 was so not optimized for PC. It was terrible. You needed a very, very good PC to handle it. And the amount of extras and stuff you can do in GTA 5 now that they've added is insane, and I really want to do that on PC, mainly because I can't aim for shit on the PlayStation. I just drive around and wreck stuff.
You have it on auto aim as well?
Of course I have, because
I hate that so much. Dude, why is that in the game? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It used to make sense in the old game, like in the first top-down GTA, but no, just free aim. They actually need some skill in shooting people.
I am so bad at aiming. I'm better at driving, so I just drive around, run people over, and that's basically what I do. But on the PC, I could aim and I could have fun with. I mean, I played Team Deathmatch once on the PlayStation, GTA 5, and I got totally wrecked. So I'm never going to do that again. That kind of ruins the experience for me.
True. But the problem is right now with the auto aim is that, okay, well, let me shoot this guy, and I'm really trying to aim, really trying to wreck this guy, and he just goes, and it's just like, you're dead.
Well, it's not
like
exactly like that. I mean, it aims like for center mass, but if you want to kill a guy really fast, you have to aim for the head, so you have to kind of adjust. But
it's too easy in my opinion. But I don't know, GTA 5 especially, I want it on PC is because we can all play together. Properly.
Yeah.
And in 1080p as well.
Exactly.
Like 1080p and then 60 frames per second.
If it comes out for PC, I think it's going to be one of the next big things that every single YouTuber will do.
Releases, yeah. On the other hand, there's going to be so much wrong with it very fast, probably. Because
I mean, if it's playable at least, then I can kind of forgive them because it's just so much fun to play. It's not exactly the same thing as in Battlefield. You don't need proper netcode, you don't need hit detection and stuff. You just need the option to do several different things that are fun, and it doesn't really matter if you don't hit a target on the first show. I mean, it's
no, I totally agree. But the mods are going to be a good thing as well. I keep laughing about the mods, how someone is dressed, how basically your character is Iron Man, and you can fly around, or the Hulk, and you can just bash and like throw people away like from hundreds of meters.
What I did in GTA 5, I replaced every single car with the real life equivalent that would be in the game.
Oh yeah,
I had Ferraris and Lamborghinis and pickup trucks, Dodge and cars driving around. That was really cool, and you could have that in multiplayer as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
because it's only client side.
Exactly.
Okay.
You could also have trainers, so if you really want to cheat and stuff, you could spawn in like 1,000 cars and drive around in multiplayer. That was really fun.
Oh yeah, the trainers, I remember those in GTA 3.
I really needed those.
I remember those, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see when that's gonna release.
Yeah, apparently, I read somewhere that it's gonna be March, but I mean that's just the source. I mean, I could post on the internet that I don't know I have 4 dicks, and everyone would believe it. But you know.
Wait, you have 4 dicks?
Well, who knows?
Okay, that's not weird at all.
No.
I want to move on to something I wanted to discuss with FlipShine, and of course you as well, Swaggy. But FlipShine is going to be the main person talking about this because not a lot of people.
Why?
Well, because it's well, you know why. Anyway,
okay.
Because not a lot of people know is that you are religious. If I'm saying that correctly, the correct word is religious, or you have a faith.
I think I'd prefer the second option. Probably say I have faith. Yeah.
You have faith. Okay. Please, can you please tell what you think that means, according to you, what that means?
Wow. Okay. That's really kind of hard to describe just off the cusp, if you will. I'll try to do the best I can, but what do you want me to say?
On the spot. Totally put you on the
spot.
Yeah.
After you guys were just talking about GTA 5 and Swaggy wanting to post things up on the internet to describe what faith is. Do you want me to describe what my faith is, or describe what I think faith is? I don't know. Maybe a little more of a clarification question.
What do you think? What faith is? What your faith is? Just talk about what the faith means to you. What you do. What you think of and.
Okay.
Okay. So okay, let's say this. You believe?
No, I got it. I think I can.
Okay.
I think I can try to answer this as best as I can. So I'll just share a little bit, and then when you have questions or if you want to share your insight, Swaggy, you too, man. Just feel free to mention. And I mean, I'm sure everyone kind of has a good idea of what the definition of the word is, but just for clarification, faith is trusting in something without seeing proof of it. Believing in something without, actually with nothing to base it off of. Not to say that there's nothing that I can base my faith off of. I have a lot of things that I can base my faith off of, but if those things were taken away from me, am I still going to believe? Am I still going to claim that it's the thing that I follow or the thing that I trust in, and the answer is
Yeah.
yes, kind of thing. So that's what, for a better clarification of what faith is.
So is it a correct thing to say that you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Not
Just,
without a shadow of a doubt.
I wanted to make that clear. So you believe in God, and can you tell us something specifically about your faith specifically? Because there are so many different out there.
No, you're right. There's a lot of different faiths that are out there, or maybe not faiths, but there's a lot of different religions, if you will, a lot of different explanations and terminologies for whatever people believe in. But yeah, if I could share a little bit more about what mine is, particularly, yeah, sure, I can share a little bit about that. So the faith that I believe in, or at least what I stand true behind, is that I believe that as people of this world, not just myself, but you and Swaggy and everyone else in this world, we are born into a world of sin. Every single one of us are born a sinner, and the Bible tells us that the wages of sin are death. And so in order to be saved, I guess is the terminology that a lot of people would use for this next portion, we would need a savior of some kind. And we can't do it on our own. It's not going to be by good deeds. It won't be by our own actions, but it would have to be from something other, something greater. And so what I believe in, what I put my faith in, is I believe that God saw us in our weakness. He saw us in our sin, and he wanted to save us from it. And so he sent his son, who was blameless, sinless, walked amongst us, walked as a man on this earth, and paid the ultimate sacrifice for us. And so he took on the wages of sin and died on the cross. And
that would be Jesus.
That would be Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people know that name because that name's been used a lot. But the story doesn't end with him dying on the cross and taking on the weight of sin. The story is completed with his resurrection, because he did die for our sins. He did take on the toll of sin by dying on the cross. But the best part is that he was raised from the dead 3 days later, and with that with him coming back to life, we are justified in our sins through him. And so all he asks in return, all God asks in return, is that we believe that. And if we believe that that is to be true, then it will govern and change how you live your life.
Okay, so
I know that was a lot. I'm sorry.
That is a very thorough explanation.
That's a lot.
That is a very good explanation as well,
definitely.
because I needed to clarify that you believe in God, and you were talking about Jesus because that's the terms people know. And we've had this conversation before, and I roughly
a little bit about it.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about this, and I roughly know what you're talking about. But I think it's a really good explanation to what you think and what your faith is. And you say that you pray multiple times a day, correct?
I mean, it's not like it's a necessity to pray multiple times a day, but I do have conversations with God quite often. And the only reason that that's even possible is through Jesus Christ. It's through his son. His son, when he was here on earth, when he walked, he gave us permission. He said that you can speak to the Father, you can speak to my Father, but only through my name. And so, before, the belief was that you couldn't do that. You had to go to a temple. You had to you had to confess. You had to make a sacrifice for all your sins. But after Jesus, he gave us permission to talk to the Father, and we do have that permission. We're able to do it through his son.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's cool to have you talking about this. I'm just saying, okay, yeah. No, totally. I think it's a cool thing that he even wants to talk about this, because I think not a lot of people these days, especially on YouTube, have.
I know. I have to keep thinking
belief
about that. I have to keep thinking that this is going to be posted on YouTube afterwards.
This is definitely going to be posted on YouTube, but not many people believe in God. Like less and less people.
Yeah, that's true.
Are believing in God these days, and I think it's. I don't have someone I can talk to about that stuff.
Same here.
Until now,
it's actually very interesting to have like a thorough insight of your view of someone who actually believes in. Yeah. It's. I mean, like the people I know are mostly. I mean, they're kind of religious. They're not all the way. Like they don't take it seriously. They just go to church because like they go to church. Otherwise, they maybe get judged by their neighbors or some stuff. And I mean, most of the people I know are either atheists or agnostics, and. It's actually very interesting to know what it's like to really believe in God.
In God, or in anything you believe in.
Yeah.
Exactly. But how did you start believing? You got that raised through your parents?
Did you get raised?
That's a very good question. Honestly, I was raised in what I would call a Christian home because, you know, both my parents were believers and they wanted that for us. And so, yeah, I went to church, but I'd be lying to you if I told you that I really believed in this stuff from the very start, or that I believed in it even, you know, all the way through high school or through college. I mean, I always knew and recognized that there was a God. But did I believe him? Did I follow in him? No, I didn't. And honestly, it wasn't until just recently, like within the past, you know, even few months, that I really came to know, this trust and this faith that I have in God. And because of it, I mean, it sounds weird, but I'm like super excited about it. Like I'm super happy you know, that I've come to recognize it and to realize it. But sometimes you have to be put through the worst kind of situations, you know, where you just deal with a lot, and then you recognize, okay, I really do need a savior. And I'm not saying that everybody has to do that. You know, I hope that everyone comes to know faith in God, you know, without having to go through those things. But other people, sometimes they need that influence, you know. And so for me personally, I went through a lot of really hard times through my personal life. I've shared a few with them on. I've shared a few of those things on YouTube. I lost my job. There's a couple of other things that went on during that time period, but everything just kind of collapsed in on me. And every plan that I had set up, everything that I thought was going to happen in my life, everything drastically changed within a matter of a few weeks. And when that happened, you know, I recognize that I really do need a savior, that it's not, you know, about me. It's not about my plans.
Yeah.
You know, that he has a bigger plan for me, and I have to listen to him, and hopefully he'll, you know, reveal his plans to me if I continue to remain faithful.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense to me. Personally, I am an atheist. I don't believe in that there is a God, or that, you know, I don't believe in Jesus necessarily. I do believe in people should believe what they want to believe. I think that's really important, that people should have their own opinion and thoughts and beliefs, and, you know, live their life because of them. Absolutely. And it totally makes sense to me that if you're going something through something that something bad has happened to you, or some event that it triggers you to think in a certain way, and then you really start thinking about that stuff. And I think it's interesting to me because I've never. I'm honestly gonna say that if I'm thinking about God right now, I'm not thinking I will ever believe in God, because that's just not how I got raised. Like, not even in the slightest. I was basically raised as being an atheist, with the exception of Christmas, where I went to church like once a year, and like that for the first couple of years since I was actually able to go to church with my parents. But after that was basically about it. And especially when I was going over with a friend of mine, and I stayed for dinner, and they started praying, I was like, oh, what the hell is this?
Yeah, what am I going to do now?
I've never done it before, so I just sat there going, I'm just going to close my eyes, and I'm going to cross my hands, and I'm just gonna, you know, say amen when they're finished. That's exactly what happened.
Blending into your environment.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I think it's still a good thing these days. It can also be a bad thing, but I think mostly it is a good thing, and I think people should hold on to that. And especially on YouTube these days, people are not really talking about it anymore. Because it's not a very. It's
probably because people who think they know a lot of that. I mean, I have literally no idea how all this. The religious stuff is like. I can't really thoroughly explain it. And like FlipShine, but a lot of people on the internet probably think they know a lot about it. And people who talk about this kind of stuff on the internet will get judged for it without any real reason or like. Them, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
They're gonna get hate for it, basically.
Yeah, some people are going to be. I'm not expecting people to be opposed to it like right now, like on this video, but there are definitely people out there that just think as religion is just a completely bad thing, and I think, to me, religion is or faith or believing in God is totally personal.
It's 100%.
It's 100% personal. It shouldn't be. I don't care if you all. Let's say you believe in Christianity, and the same beliefs as Christianity, or that you're a Catholic. It's going to be different for each individual person.
And that's what I'm thinking. It would be unfair of me and go completely against everything that I believe if I told you that, oh yeah, well, you have to believe what I have to believe just because that's what I believe. Yep. You know, kind of thing. Every single, you know, my faith, it is a very personal faith. Now, there's corporate aspects to it, and when I say there's corporate aspects to it, there are people who have been a part of this faith, longer than I have, who may have had gone through more, troubling times than I have, or may have experienced more things that can always help as far as guidance goes. But at the end of the day, if I were to remain true to what I really believe in, I believe that it is a personal relationship that you share with Jesus, not a something that everyone has to accept, and not everyone will accept it, kind of thing. And I agree with you 100%, Mind, in saying that I believe everyone should come up with their own belief system and stick true to it.
Yeah. I think it's cool how you mention it, that it is literally a close relationship between you and God, or between you and Jesus, correct?
Yes.
It is a personal relationship between the two, and that means how does that work? You talk about whatever he. I don't want to sound ignorant or stupid, but does he talk back? How does it work? No,
that's okay. To be completely honest with you, that's actually a question that people have asked before. Is that people, and it's not an ignorant question; it's an honest question. And in answer to your question, no, he doesn't always talk, if you will. Sometimes it's not about him actually talking, for you to know that it's real, or for you to know that that there's some,
that he is listening.
That he's listening, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, not even just listening, but offering, guidance. And when I say that, I'm not saying that there's going to be like signs out there that you're going to see that you're just going to be like, oh, I know that's, what it is. But it is a personal relationship. Like I guess maybe a better way of describing it, when you're in love with somebody, if you ever, find yourself in a situation where you feel like you're in love, you don't always know why you're in love. You don't always have all the answers. Nobody can tell you otherwise why you're in love, and nobody can tell you how you're in love or if you're in love or anything like that. Sometimes you can't even answer that question, but it's a feeling inside. You just know it.
Yeah.
You just know that feeling is there. In the same way, I know that I have a personal relationship with my Heavenly Father. He doesn't have to talk to me for me to know that. I just feel it.
And before, you said it was quite recently, as a matter of months or perhaps longer, that you believe like that. Like, how did it feel before then?
Honestly,
before that event, or before that period.
Honestly, how it felt before, it was really just me knowing that it was something that was important, but it wasn't important enough to me. You know, like I knew it's kind of like one of those. It's kind of like when you know you're supposed to do something, or you know you're not supposed to do something, but you go against it 100%. You know, and a lot of it came with hiding stuff. I mean, at the time, I'm still going to the same. You know, I go to church. You know, on a semi, well, not semi. I go on a weekly basis, but sometimes I go a little
on Sunday.
Sometimes I go. Yes, I'm there on Sundays, but I'm sometimes there a couple of other times too.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What time do you attend church?
Well, I play in the worship team. I actually play bass in the worship team. Is a band that plays music, I guess, as part of the ceremony, or not really ceremony. I'm sorry, as part of the service. Because of that, I actually am in two services, because we have two services that go on. One is at 9 o'clock, and the other one's at 10:45.
Oh, okay. That is not because I heard there were that's what I've known. That's what I heard, is that there are services that go on really early, like in the early AMs. But that's not the case with the church you're attending.
There are other churches that may start, you know, at an earlier time, but honestly, it's not the service or going to any of those things that makes you a believer. You know, you can go to work. That doesn't mean that you believe in what you're doing or accept what you're doing or like what you're doing. It's all comes down to your attitude, your mind, you know, where your mind. Anyway,
Wow.
That transition.
we can make
That's the transition.
we can make some cheesy jokes along the way. But in answer to your earlier question, as far as like, what was it before? I mean, it was nothing. It was me faking. It was me pretending. It was me trying to fit into a mold that other people would want me to be, what my parents would want me to be, what my friends would want me to be, what my pastor would want me to be. And I could fit that mold perfectly, and I might be able to fool them all day long. But, you know, it really comes down to your heart. You know, what do you really believe? What do you really believe? And I hope you guys don't understand. I hope you guys understand, you know, yeah, the hard times really did help with it, but I would be lying to you if I told you that was the only thing, because I went through hard times last summer, and I didn't accept it all then. It wasn't until just recently, you know, within the past couple of months, you know, that I really did believe it for the first time. Yeah, hard times help out with it because it puts you in a position of saying, okay, this really sucks and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. It was, I guess, more than anything, and it may sound a little bit cheesy, but it's amazing how faithful God has been to me. It was more of just saying, okay, I say all these things, and I've been saying all these things since I was a little kid. Why don't I actually try doing them for the first time in my life? Just to try it. Just to see if this is really what it is. And you know what? God is faithful.
It has delivered, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It has. It really has. So, I mean, I could go through hard times all over again. It's not going to make a difference. It won't change anything as far as what I believe or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a a serious topic to talk about, but I think it's
it is.
I think it is a good change
too.
from all the usual dick jokes and talking about porn and all that stuff. So I'm glad.
I appreciate you for not going over that topic this time around.
You want to talk about porn, FlipShine?
No, not necessarily.
maybe after a few other topics, just like not directly after talking about religious stuff. Maybe as an end joke or something.
I just don't know. I don't really have anything to say about it.
About porn, or?
Yeah.
That's okay. Because some things are just left in the imagination. Let's keep it at that. Let's keep it clean and leave it at that.
You know what sucks is that I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to be doing a video later tonight. Like, I think I'm going to be recording another video later tonight, and I'm going to have a time for people. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A video to have people ask any questions they want. Now they're probably going to ask me about what my opinion is on porn. I'm pretty sure that's going to be like the number.
I'm going to submit that question, actually.
No,
I'm going to do it. Swaggy's going to do it as well, and then I'm going to tweet it out.
I will not answer that question. That question. Unless you can find some really No, I'm not even gonna say it. I was gonna say unless there's some way that I can. No, I'm not even gonna say it. Forget it.
No,
There's
no.
way
You have to tell us
it.
now. You have to tell us. This out. Okay. No, you have to.
No.
No, I'll tell you this. I'll put this. If I do a Q&A video, I'll just see what questions come in. I'm gonna pick a few questions. I'm not gonna answer every question. I'll just put it that way.
Oh, totally.
So
Makes
feel
sense.
free to submit whatever questions you want. It doesn't mean it's gonna be answered.
Oh God. Oh God. So I'm already trying to think about how I'm going to formulate this and still ask you about
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, FlipShine. What I wanted to ask is, you said in the beginning that we are all born with sin. Why is that? I mean, shouldn't be a birth something like a new beginning or something? Why were we born with sin? I mean, what is?
Well, I mean, it's gonna go back. I mean, there's this old saying somebody told me. They said, try to describe your faith without using the Bible, and it's like, it's really hard to do because honestly, what I believe as far as the Bible, it's the living Word of God. I mean, in other words, it's one of the things that I use. I read it often, every single day if I can, and what we're told is that in the beginning, I'm sure you've heard the story of Adam and Eve, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just to kind of recap, then I don't want to go over because I'm sure a lot of people have heard it before, but just to kind of recap, Adam and Eve were born into a perfect world, and it was exactly what God wanted for all of us. It's what he wanted for all of us. And they were completely innocent in the sense that they didn't understand the difference between good and evil. They didn't know what it was.
Okay.
But God allowed evil to come into the world, and it did come into the world, and it tempted both Adam and Eve, and when they sinned, they forever changed the course of history, meaning that everyone from that point on is born into a world of sin. So yes, we are born into sinners. When you talk about that birth of saying being a restart, if you will, a lot of times people use it as kind of like a clever way of saying what it is to become a Christian or to become a follower of Jesus, but it is a rebirth, if you will. When you become a believer, you are reborn again. And that even speaks directly to my favorite scripture of all time, which comes from 2 Corinthians 4, and it's verses 16 through 18, but I'll just share a portion of it. One of the things that it talks about is it talks about us being renewed day by day. Because every single day, we struggle with the idea of sin because we are in a world of sin. It doesn't matter where you go or who you are, you're always faced with sin, but God says that we are renewed day by day, and it's only through him. So there is a rebirthing period, if you will, or a starting over, if you will, but it comes as part of being reborn through Christ.
Okay. So if I understand this correctly, basically what it's saying is, this is probably like a bit too extreme, but the meaning of life in a religious way is sort of getting rid of your sin over the period of the years that you're alive on this world.
It's not necessarily getting rid of your sin because you're always going to sin. It's recognizing that what God did for you, what Jesus did when he died on the cross, and what he did was he took on the weight of sin because according to kind of to your point of what you said, yes, we are all sinners, and so it's not necessarily like I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. I guess the best. Go ahead, Mind.
Yeah, I know. I think it's I think it's a good way of. I know exactly how you are trying. I know kind of how you're trying to describe it, but I also know how Swaggy tries to describe it. It's what I'm thinking you're saying is that it's not necessarily getting rid of it. It's making, because you are basically born with sin, is to live your life to avoid to basically go opposite of the sin, if that makes sense.
Not necessarily.
No.
I think I know. I think I know what you're saying, Swaggy. So it's not okay. So here's a better description. Then it's not getting rid of your sin. It's God taking that sin away from you, because when he died on the cross, that's what he did. He took the weight of sin away from you, and all you have to do is believe. That's really all it is. It's the most simplest, easy. No, I lie. It is not easy at all. It is not easy one bit. In fact, I'm telling you right now, I struggle on a daily basis with it. Believe me, it's not easy. But the simple message, honestly, he took the weight of sin, and all you have to do is believe. You just have to believe that he did that. And if you really do believe it, it will change your life. So mine, to your point, running away from sin, no, it's not necessarily running away from sin, but as a believer, does it change how I live my life? Yes. Does it mean I'll never sin again? No, I will sin again. It will happen. And when I do, I seek forgiveness from my Heavenly Father.
Okay. I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean, just to clarify, by getting rid, I didn't mean like run away from your sin. I mean like performing actions that, in the eyes of God, you
are perceived as the opposite of sin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, the important thing that that I want to make, the important point that I want to make as far as that is, it's not the actions that save you. It's not the actions that makes God take away the sins from you. The actions are just a result of the decision that you make to believe in God. Because if you believe in something, like I don't know, if you believe that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example now. If you believe that eating ramen noodles will make you live forever, and you want to live forever, would you eat ramen noodles every single day?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, if you believe in something, it should change how you live your life.
I love
it should
ramen
change
noodles.
what you do. I know. Now I really want ramen noodles.
I know, right?
Dang it. Now I'm probably gonna go eat ramen noodles after this. Now, actually, no. Do you guys have Jack in the Box there?
No.
Jack, no.
I was gonna say it's like a new Jack in the Box.
I have heard
taco
of it,
thing. There's like a new taco that I was wanting to go try.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we're getting off topic. One thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead, mine.
Can I intervene and ask you a question? What happens if you die? What happens after that?
After I die?
Yeah.
After any religious person dies.
Yeah.
I mean, like the process. Like, am I going to go to purgatory or something? Is that the question?
I don't know.
Because you said you were raised.
You said you
were raised atheist. I apologize, but you said that you have heard of Catholicism and like their practices and stuff like that. Correct?
Yeah, because the thing, like, do you go to heaven? Do you go to another place? Or does nothing happen?
No,
what happens?
No, I believe that I do believe that I will go to heaven, because that's exactly what happened. Because as I mentioned earlier, Earth was created he wanted this to be the perfect place for us, but it didn't happen. Adam and Eve ruined that. I mean, when I say that, it's not just them. I mean, it's our sin too that ruins it. But if you want to explain it the best way that I know how, and I hope you guys understand, this is just the best information that I know about.
Oh, Swaggy disconnected, but yeah, please keep going.
Okay, I don't know where I just saw that too. I was like, Swaggy's gone. But yeah, to answer, no, yes, I do believe that I'm going to go to heaven, because God recognized that this isn't the place for us. And so, as a believer in God, as a follower of Jesus Christ, I believe that the world is not for me. I'm just passing through. My final resting place, if you will, is going to be in heaven. It's
going to be in heaven. Okay. And you were saying if you want to go to heaven, in order to go to heaven, you need to have faith in God or believe in God, or is there a criteria basically, or how does that work?
I mean, when you say criteria, you're saying like, do you have to have this and this and this and this, in order to get into heaven?
Well, just believe in God. Do you need to believe? Let's say you don't believe in God. What is there going to be a difference? Is that person going to go to heaven?
Is someone who doesn't believe in God or doesn't believe in any of these things, if it according to what I believe in, according to my faith, then no, okay. They wouldn't go to heaven. And I say that with like the most amount of respect, I guess, would probably be the best way of saying it, because it's definitely a difficult conversation to have. But yes, if I'm remaining true to what I believe in, the only way into heaven is belief in God, and belief that Jesus Christ is what he said he was, and that what he really did do everything that I claim, which is, take on the weight of sin and wash me clean, give me that renewed life, if you will. And then from there on out, if I really believe that, you'll see it as part of the way that I walk my life. But it's not what saves me. What saves me, what I don't know if grants you into heaven is the best way to describe it, but what gives you a chance at eternal life with him is putting your faith in God.
Okay. I think that's pretty clear in itself. I don't.
Yeah.
It's running to an end, the episode, but I do not. First of all, I do not want to end without Swaggy, and second of all,
I don't want to end without Swaggy either. I'm kind of curious if he's going to come back in.
I kind of have the feeling that he is not. The only thing that I can imagine is probably he had a power outage or an internet outage, or his PC started restarting itself, which is of course also bad.
Hopefully his face cam recorded, but if not, we still have the audio, right?
Yeah, you just see him freaking out in the background, going, "Ah, god damn it, fucking PC." I don't. Definitely. But yeah, I think it's cool to have you talk about this. I think it's. I definitely you taught me a lot about how you believe in God and what your faith is, and I think I hope you educated some people as well in the way that they understand the life of someone who has faith better now.
Yeah. And mind, I mean, I hope and I hope anybody else who's watching this, recognizes and understands that this isn't for everyone. It's not for everyone, and I'm not claiming that, that it should be for everyone. It's not. It's for the people who do truly believe. But I guess the only final thing that I wanted to save, the only thing, I'm not saving anything except for this footage. The only other thing that I wanted to say, just kind of as a closing statement to the faith-based conversation, is that if you're in the position right now where this isn't for you, kind of thing, I just want you to know if it ever does become something for you, or if you ever do want to know more about this, God is always there. He's always there 100% of the time. And if you ever do want to come to know that, he's always there. He's always waiting. So just know that it's always an option for you. So I'm not expecting everyone to accept that, and I'm not expecting everyone to have the same faith that I have. And at the end of the day, honestly, I'm just happy and extremely blessed that God has chosen to forgive me, that God has chosen to give me a second chance. So
okay.
Anyway, that was. I know you're trying to wrap things up. And I'm like getting
no,
really heartfelt over here.
No. No, I think it's a good way to end. I think people should not think that this is a way of you trying to tell people or make people think something. It's just your personal opinion about this subject, and to a lot of people, this subject is not very well known, and I am one of them, and Swaggy apparently is as well. So I think it's good we were talking about this, and of course you can combine faith with gaming. It's totally cool. It's totally cool, but you don't see it. You don't see it that much.
You can combine faith and YouTube and video games. It can work.
Depends on the video game.
That's true. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Battlefield's rated
I've got
R,
some video games
or
in
whatever
mind that
rated
would
M.
really will not fly.
With me?
Yeah. You ever heard of Larry?
No, but now I'm probably not. Happy that.
Okay, Google. That's for later.
No,
Google that later.
No,
just
later.
Google it. Google Larry the game. It's not necessary. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I hate to actually stop the episode here without Swaggy. But I guess we're just gonna have to, because he's not coming back apparently. Which is a shame, but hopefully he still recorded his face and raging in the background. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this team chat, a little bit more serious one of the bunch until now. But I think it's a good change to the one that we're doing normally. Check out FlipShine's videos. Definitely check out his
Don't check
story
out
time.
any of them. They're horrible.
I put it in the description so you can check it out if you haven't already met this guy. I think he's awesome, and I think he deserves more recognition than he has currently, even though he's skyrocketing right now. You beast. Stop it.
Sorry.
Stop it. Okay, guys. See you in a week on Sunday. You can say bye now, FlipShine.
Oh, I didn't know if I got to say bye or if it was
You
just
can
you
say
that said
bye.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do my normal sign off maybe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great night. Cheers.
Like, favorite, subscribe.
Yeah. No, I don't say that ever.
I don't either.
I mean, if they want to, sure, but if not, it's cool. We'll still be friends.
Totally. See ya.
All right.